My God, it's alive! Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Sorry to start a bit late. We ran into some issues there. For example, I almost called the stream onto Footloose Station. For those of us old enough to remember that old movie. Alright. How do I do this again? Alright, first things first. Let's go check and see if Argenta has anything new to say. Argenta. Da-da-da-da. Nope. Navigatrix. Nope. Okay, well let's take a quick peek down in the Lord Captain's quarters. Let's see if anything interesting has popped up in here. No. Hey, who the hell needs a wardrobe that big? I just want to point that out. Who the hell needs a wardrobe that big? Look at me and look at that wardrobe. That wardrobe is at least double my size. Anyway. Alright. On to the next stage. No, I don't need that. Go here. Okay, where are we going? The Liege's residence, the atrium, the dock, the shadow quarters, the martyr's endurance. Hey, this place is big. I'm gonna be taking Seth. I'm gonna be taking Abelard, my main man. Oops, no. Yeah, no, that's him. Hang on. Okay, so Abelard, you're next. Argenta, you're after Abelard. Oh, well, okay, they just go in whatever order they want then. So much for my obsessive need to keep things organized. Tank to DPS to healer. Although technically there aren't any healers, as far as I'm aware. Technically, Abelard is the closest thing I have to a healer, and he's more of a tank. Also, it's warm in here. AC unit, drop the temperature, please. No, that's a fancy looking outfit. Your lordship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the proper obeisance. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, and we were trying to attract as little attention as possible. You got that right. I'm here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladaeum Tokara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. Cassia's lip curls slightly. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scatterings of words of welcome, the far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted, with the look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Thank you, Cassia. Ideria jerks her head, shakes it, and hisses. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hands on his weapon. I'm ready to pay the Liege a visit. Who's coming? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them. Angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronunciation? And she doesn't get to say the rest. Because she did! I am Nostra fucking Damas. Ambushed out of dialogue.
I see your darkened colors.
I will take you down.
Owlcats. Oh, Owlcat, you silly, silly people. Alright, Seth. Everybody try and get into full cover. Argenta, you actually should get into full cover. Let us begin the Festival of Spank.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. Eradicate it.
Oh, nicely done. And that was a 0% chance to hit there, too. Well done, Argenta. Abelard. See, there are bros over there. Abelard. I'm committed.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call.
Oh, wow. He's armored. Well, endurance. That's right, Abelard, endure. Oh, and he dodges! Ideria. You know what you need, Ideria? Oh. Oh, yes.
No can do.
he's icky squishy. Alright, Seth. Seth, my boy. Move up, please. Oh, headshot.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. If I may.
Anything else?
Yeah, she tried. I'm not gonna fault her for that one. That was a good shot. Hold. Pascal, take the shot there, buddy. Oh yeah, take the shot.
Running binaric override. Vital functions successfully terminated.
That's right.
Doubt is for the weak. Strike is a prayer.
Oh! Argenta. I'm gonna save that heroic.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Okay, that's fine. I already have plans for that. Abelard. Ooh!
Victory is imminent. We'll rule the stars themselves.
Abelard, go. Go. Go, Abelard, go!
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Be the hero you were always
A
meant to
tactically
be,
sound
Abelard.
approach. Indeed.
Do we get one more? Yes,
At
we
your
do.
beck and call.
One more? Ah, that's okay. That's okay, Abelard. That's okay. Gideria.
Will do. On it.
Alright, Seth. Go kick some ass. You know what? Alright. Nicely done, Seth. Good shot, good shot. Knives out. Oh, and she just gets parried. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, please. Please. Just stand there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? How?
Resuscitation liturgy is required.
Okay, that was a miscalculation on my part.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Sorry.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. The scriptural prompt, the Omnisire condemns you.
Argenta.
I will not. This is unacceptable.
Shit.
It
Oh.
will be done. Reduced to dust.
That was annoying. Idiria. Well, you can do this now.
Be gone.
Pascal, you may fire at will. Good lord, he'd be a toughie. Argenta, fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicate it.
How you doing there? But she's got broken ribs. Damn! The shivering young servant looks up to you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Killed! Every time I warn them, and they go, Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Hydra spits on the ground in annoyance. Was that it? An attack right on the dock? Like, does this thing happen often around here? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often, unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Alright, go report to the liege. Sorry, your lordship. Give me all your shit.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Argenta. Oh, ballistic skill. Yeah, I need Argenta to actually start landing her shots. Awareness. Rapid reload. Agility. Do I want perception or agility? Actually, let's give her some willpower here. And then lore Imperium. Always good to have lore. Upgrade Adept Doctrine. Expose weakness. Bing bing. What do I want to do with the big boy here? I mean, he's maxed out, so... Well, let's bring his awareness on Xenos up. Tide of Excellence. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring his intelligence up some more. Let's bring his ballistic skill up some more. I could always use some more good old ballistico. Oh, and another ballistic seal upgrade. Yeah, sure. And then Cassia. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's give her more lore warp. Personal oversight. Yeah, let's give her more willpower. Let's apply those selections. Oh yeah. Instant expose. Let's give her logic. Let's give her precise attack. Let's give her techie awareness. Let's give her fresh target. Let's give her more willpower. And then let's give her some ballistics. Well, okay, let's give her some more intelligence. Let's apply those selections. Yeah. Hey,
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica
House
Imperialis
Orselio thanks
and weigh
you.
every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Oh, okay, well, she has a broken pair of ribs. That was my fault. I got stupid. I got cocky. I forgot. Because here's the thing. I need to give Abelard a big. Yeah. Uh-oh. Your sniper rifle there, big guy. Oh, the Rebel sniper rifle is definitely an ass kicker. That's definitely an upgrade, and we'll get you some more grenades. But Abelard, buddy, like you and I need to have a conversation, because you can't dual wield, at least not right now, not in this build. So for now, Abelard, buddy, big old buddy, biggie, buddy. I need you to wield a pistol. I know you're not the best, but it's better that you have the ability to go pow pow and bang bang. Alright, Seth.
Ugh, this master-crafted patella augment is not fit for a servitor.
Cutscene! That looks like Skitaris.
The world is full of colors I have never seen before.
May
What
the
deeds
Emperor
await us?
and Drusus guide warriors to my feet. Ooh. Life of Saint Drusus, Volume 3. Indeed.
Operation successful.
Thank you, Pascal.
Whatever you wish.
Ooh, commerce. Ba-da. Yeah, more good shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do I see a dead body? Corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved in the crack of... Oh, it's blood-stained paper? Blood-stained paper. The Holy Book by the Altar. That void damn customs guy. He's always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. Ooh! Ooh! I see a secret! Finest wines in Janus. Aristos.
Executing request.
Okay. So, hang on. Ooh. Can I get up here? No, I can't. So, the book by the altar. Okay. Okay, so the book by the altar. Okay. The life of Saint Drusus. Alright. Info. The holy book by the altar. That void damned customs guy. Holy book by the altar. Okay. So click on the book. Customs guy. Where is the customs guy?
Onward.
Calculating optimal route.
come back to that later. More goods, okay. Yes, the good shit. Worker? Worker? Oh, if there's customs anywhere, it'd be here. That's good, I already have one of those. Alright, let's go.
Litany of reconnaissance recited.
Alright, accept. Let us move forward! Ambushed out of cutscene. Ambushed out of cutscene! Well, while I wait. No. Press any key to continue. I am pressing the any key. I think I may have frozen everything. Oh god, what's happening?
Quiet. They're trying to tell me something.
Goods. Steal everything that isn't nailed down. Oh, is she back on Footfall? I thought she'd left forever on pilgrimage. Hello, Argenta.
The machine god grants me insight.
If such is the Emperor's will.
Yes, I am the Emperor. I am the God Emperor of Man, and it is my will that you go where I fucking tell you to go, Seth. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, that's on the other side. Never mind. Use logic.
The whispers told me how.
Aha! I don't actually know what I've done here, but yes. I feel
It is my
accomplished.
destiny to traverse the unknown.
Ender boys.
Unexpected result.
Thank you.
I better myself through my service.
Give me more good. Ooh. A great oh, Nelly. Yes, please. I mean, but I've been giving up my chainsword. My chainsword. The commander's monocle. All right. Alright, it feels so wrong. Oh, it's a two-hander. Oh, no wonder. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. give the better stub gun to Abelard. She's cute. Yeah, I'm basically waiting for a space marine. I need a space marine. Alright, Gunsmith Guilds. Hello. How do I come visit the Gunsmith Guild?
Marching off.
Hey, what's over here? Dreadful Xenos. Okay, what are you? Rukara. Wait, is that an actual Dark Elf? Over the creature's elongated eyes, you see the remains of quite human eyelids. It looks not a lot like the Xenos is a work of not particularly skilled surgeon and slightly more proficient makeup artist. Okay, now I have to try talking. It is clear that this is one of the cases, not a Xenos, just an ordinary Voidborn who has lost the mutation lottery. Ah, okay. Wow.
Blessed be the road that we take.
Use cogitator. Logic.
The premonition runs true.
Woo. What's up here? Hudza. Knuckle dusters. Okay, it's more shit I can sell later, I guess.
Light of terror, guide our way.
Oh! Cutscene! The buzzing crowd is closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. just cut their throats already. What were they thinking, letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken! No, no cutting! We got their blood on us. We'll get tainted too. Better burn them! Hieronymus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in simple black raiments cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing a sky. You dare pass judgment on others. What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. What's going on here? Several dozen gaze at Borindu. And who are you supposed to be? I am the judge of the worthless and the executioner of cowardice. Which one of you void rats just dared to address me without the proper respect? The crowd shrinks away from your booming voice as if physically struck. Although that isn't far from the truth, they avert their eyes and cower under your burning gaze as it sweeps over the gathered riffraff. Finally, one trembling rabble-rouser is pushed forward. We were just, rooting out heresy, yes! These scrawny ones, they come from the ship that came from the bowels of the Coronis Expanse. They've got the plague there, and mutants! And now they're spreading the rot everywhere, that taint. They're all... Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves the bringer of justice? Who are you to pass judgment over anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics! The haggard man is on the verge of fears. We're refugees! I swear on the Golden Throne! We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. We were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from the nightmares. Traitors! Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow. Streaks of fear. Their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who gather here. What? As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies on top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' sufferings, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me. Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. Yeah, no. All onlookers, return to your homes. I will speak. I am the Commissar. It is my job to root this out. None of the people dare defy you. They back away carefully and try not to look at you. Refugees use the interruption to take off. Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to go talk to them now. I want more lore. Hieronymus Doloroso. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I'm Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, the head of the Rusian mission here on Footfall. Thank you for stepping in. Please, come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Yes! 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 I need to make sure that, the Sister of Battle can come with me. We need to keep the sororitas with us. And yes, I just tried to make a horrible ass joke. Leave me alone.
A nice little stroll.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writings scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the machine spirit here." Yeah, let's try and repair the cogitator. After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah, the machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the creaking of binaric prayer, Pascal's mechadendrites gently place a couple of keys on the floor, lying back into place. Da-da-da, the rogue trader says da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Never heard of such a rogue trader. Yeah, okay. He sure thought big. Yeah, that's true. Lord Captain Parisnes Daewon, one of the trailblazers of the Cronus Expanse and the station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Daewon was once a colonel in the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Cronus Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world. But construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. I feel like I should give her a head pat. Selection. About Footfall. I'm not reading that. Attempt an emergency repair. The cogitator whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures of Footfall was the colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the master of mankind. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center of the heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, their surface serving as a foundation for glorious phalluses and temples. Did I just say phalluses? Yes! As foundation for glorious phalluses and temples, and their inner tunnels as home for the commoners and rabble. And finally, Parsimus Daewon's design. The consultator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Parsimus Daewon intends to conquer the Cronus Expanse and build the most grandiose structure which will shine through the ages, praising the names of the creator and his descendants. Footfall, the Palace of the Stars, the glory of the great Parsimus' deeds, will live on throughout the ages, and his grand designs. The consultator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus through the cracks. The consultator hisses for a while, and the screen flickers and once more shows the words, "The great Parsimus Daewon intends to conquer." Pascal's voice wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I will see to it the profaners responsible for this maintenance are marked for servo penance. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Don't look at me. Hieronymus Doloroso. The man with the face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have had next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask the unhealthy gauntness in his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice, he says, "The Emperor protects my son." A holy man, aren't you? Here's some alms for you. The Emperor protects, Father. But he only protects those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them, my son? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it to embrace the pride most degenerate. Yes. Zyva. No, not Zyva. Sorry. Who was the priest? Who was the cardinal on Brax? Cardinal Zaphen. And you must be the Ongon Valencius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. For the reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way, like ripe fruit, and savor their sweet poison? You're saying Theodora was a transgressor. A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broke taboos, violated dogma. Then again, so do nearly all rogue traders. Let's do Persuasion 10. Make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. Hieronymus Doso, persuasion check failed. He gives you a scrutinizing look, then says dryly, "We will see how long it lasts under the onslaught of profaners who inhabit this sector, who are repulsed by all things sacred and pure." God damn it. He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. "Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful?" "It was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valencius' ship was attacked by a servant of the archenemy, who appalled the heart of any righteous soul," she said, nearly hissing with fury. "And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, Their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the Von Valencius dynasty from the forces of chaos. Yes, 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 and you can best do that by being my personal bodyguard, and you are more than welcome to come visit me in my personal quarters. In fact, why don't you just move in there? I think that would be a good idea. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding Footfall's reliquary. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in the years preceding your arrival. Ouch! Little harsh there. Hieronymus smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls to you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. The power of horny. You see combat. Well, combat, horny. I'll eventually get where I need it to go. For it helps you forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day. Perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on your path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They have brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners where the Legion's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the archenemy is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed with blue and gold and perform rituals in secret. Blue and gold sun. That's probably Zinch. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I know well that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. We will verify this rumor, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure! Argenta puts her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. Dear Lord, he is a spicy one. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Seth, is there any more you wish to ask? Tell me more about yourself. Neither my past nor my present hold any secrets, but take heed when gazing into my heart, for many dark thoughts lurk within. What is troubling your heart? Bad omens. Dark times have come. Ships from the Imperium barely appear in the Coronis Expanse anymore. In Footfall's shadow quarters, taint thrives, and people here are corrupt enough to succumb to it gladly. Rumors around the Expanse say that the accursed Xenos have grown bold and are rearing their heads. They attack ships and settlements, walk under the suns of the Imperium worlds like kings instead of cowering in the shadows. What's next? What adversaries await for us if such disgrace is happening already? He shakes his head sternly. There's more and more talk of how poorly things are going in the Expanse. Some days it seems I can't take 2 steps without hearing some peasant pontificating on the matter. Even if it is dire as they say, the Von Valencius realm will not crumble under the blows of fate, no matter how devastating. Chin up, Lord Captain. This is no time to lose heart and lament your lot. Not only is your hope false, it is also dangerous. Among his servants there have been people of greater integrity who sullied themselves in their attempt to rise above the rest. I have no more questions. I must take my leave. The Emperor protects my son. Well, okay. I saw something. Goods. 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 Tech use. Yeah.
Operation
Excellent.
successful.
The sooner we start.
Hello, Harold. All is calm. Word of Rycats, minors. Boingy boingy.
Patellar augment is not fit for a servitor.
Alright, before we step into the quarters of the Lord of Footfall, I'm gonna take a quick break, get up and stretch. So I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I hope that wasn't too long. I just had to cook up some turkey bacon because, I was hungry and I wanted a snack, and also brew myself a cup of tea. So let's get going, shall we?
Say no more.
Bladium Tokara the Liege. My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in austere grey clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Okay, she's got a nice outfit. Vladeum, Vladeum, Vladeum. What Azzy puts such harsh words in your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladeum? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days? So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hey Dari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amasikas, and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. First an insult and now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. I do like her music, though. Vladeum Tokara the Liege, the tall man who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladeum Tokara, the Liege of Footfall. Let us proceed to my office and spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly, let's go. Please follow me. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Tokara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech quiet and calm. As though he is used to people always listening to what he says, judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn the whole time. Vladeum straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I'm sure it will. I'm impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous road trader or your own status was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship, but for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Oh? What is the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, and trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by the enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There's been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issue with Astropass, what? That is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we receive reports of fierce warriors who descend from the sky and enter the fray. The fragmentary accounts that make believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? Okay. No, there hasn't. The attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time. Even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fight. You know, even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. That's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. Vladeum freezes, gauging your reaction. I do not approve of the fear of Xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. Yes. I am convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I will see to it that your curiosity is satiated in every way. Or satisfied. Alright. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict, preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say there's a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our custom and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who shouts, "Go on, not a commander. Sooner or later we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' fervor." Awareness check succeeded. Behind the carefully built facade of his composure, you sense anger. It appears this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I can tell they've been a real pain for you. A shark-like smile appears on Vladeum's face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead, then load them alive into the slag disposal chute and send them out into the orbit of the station. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in the good old days. Who's that woman the wardens threw out? Vladeum's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hederi. A small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. She is irrelevant. Since I am the one in control of the situation of Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. Alright, what sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not the military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extend far beyond the area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixus sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in the recent years, none have yet returned. I'm assuming the Maw is just the wharf. Oh. Have yet returned. The visits we've had from the other side have also been suspiciously few. Remember, the last ship that came through the Mall was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost two decades in real space-time. You're well aware the warp is unpredictable and its fluctuations are a common, even unexpected occurrence. Damn it! And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is the repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally. I tried contacting the other rogue traders, but in terms of House Corda, the terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry. And as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport of the Navica packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foul Stones. So many extra mouths to feed would only have worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created a more pressing concern for the Lord Winter Scale. And so I put my faith in you and the third and last of all those Footfall's allies. So what are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile words. Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with the jewel of the Valencia's protectorate. In exchange for fair payments. That's a tough one. I'm in a position where I could absolutely just demand get on your knees and ask properly. But he's a proud man. He's a very proud man. And he could cause problems for me later. The payments will be unfair as I will be robbing you blind, but you will remain in charge. Once again, he's a proud man. I will help Footfall for not out of the desire for profit. I have no interest in obtaining any favors in kind or becoming your patron, only in saving people's lives. I think Abelard would have a problem with that. So I would say yes. Yes. Very well, I will help with your food shipments. I'm going to take the neutral options here. Valadim takes a quick sip from his glass. I'm immensely obliged, your lordship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise complete cooperation with your endeavors. I would like to know more about the Anvers gang. How come they haven't been dealt with yet? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all of my resources to delay the moment when the situation is hit by famine. The station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet, as detrimental as they are, and they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Okay, okay. Alright. I have some questions about Footfall. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by my oath of service. What exactly interests you on Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and... only a few bandits? Who holds the reign of the xenogoods trade? The Kazbalika Mission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control entirely of the coal trade in the sector. Xenos creations are in high demand, so every single colony has a Kazbalikan agent or two. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. A pale ghost of a smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with this organization is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies of them. And it just so happens I've managed to earn their trust. And on Footfall, they conduct business under my watchful eye. Excellent. Someone tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the liege of Footfall. Many died to make that possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the Tifroir. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came out of it have done the station some good. Much has become clear. I have no more questions. Actually, what's the oath you're referring to? There's a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege is their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. Vladaeum's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station. For them, you are an ordinary visitor to Footfall. Well, you know what? I won't abuse my rights. Now. Later on, I might. And I, in turn, will remember your gracious attitude. And I will remember it when the esteemed Caligos Winterscale returns to discover that Footfall is no longer under his patronage. He will be displeased upon finding his demands encroached upon, and will try to take it back. And Kalos Winterscale's displeasure is a very, very hazardous phenomenon. A fight between rogue traders will ensue, and as ridiculous as it may sound, on the allegiance of the station's humble liege. I have no more questions. I'm glad to have satisfied your curiosity. Alright. Then I won't take up any more of your time. I want to keep him on my good side. I really want to keep him on my good side. Now, he may betray me later, and, you know, that's to be expected, but for now, I want to keep him on my good side. I want to keep keep on his good side.
Let's proceed.
I sense an immediate attack out of conversation. 1 second. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble sir, a moment of your time, if you please. I am Bastion, in Dermal Bastaniel Cora, youngest cousin of House Cora, envoy of Incendia Bastal Cora, rogue trader of the Coronis Expanse. By the grace of the most holy emperor, and you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valencius. I noticed you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Cora, they're some of the most influential rogue traders in... I see a clipping issue here. In the Coronis Expanse, but not on Footfall. The station is under the control of House Winterscale. Not anymore, it's under my control now. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer, says Abelard under his breath, so that only you can hear him. Hide the truth. Quite right. I am Theodora's envoy. Splendid. It is a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of powers that be. Bastion smiles bigly. What do you have to speak to me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been in the residence of the liege. Villadeum almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of the shipment of Footfall. The Von Valencia's protectorate is famed for its abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Cora dynasty pursues its own interests on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the liege, but he is stalling. I imagine, in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Cora dynasty believes, Bastion smiles and gives a slight shrug, that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Villadeum, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Cora dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from future contracts, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. Or I can just get control of the station myself, bitch. The Emperor's most loyal servant should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divvying up the profits among themselves, Argenta says disapprovingly, but quietly enough so not as to interrupt the conversation, especially when the well-being of an Imperium world is at stake, even one such as Footfall. I agree. Behind your smile, Master Bastion, the teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valencius? Oh, he's scared. Idira, who was yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches and clutches her face, her fingernails digging into her skin. They're coming! Again! Brothers are the ones who came before! I didn't just get... I just don't get it! Do they all have a death wish? Well, I appreciate the warning, Adiria. But Bastion stares at you surprised and turns around, and he dies. Nice airtime, though.
Your doom has been foretold.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Alright, how am I pinned? Well, that's rather naughty. Alright, Seth, I'm gonna... Are these guys all melee? Yeah, Seth, you can take a few hits, so I'm gonna have you head up there. Abelard, Abelard, I'm gonna have you move up here. Argenta, you're gonna get behind cover. Pascal, you're gonna get behind this cover. Cassie, I'm moving you... What would be a good place for you? For right now, let's keep you in reserve up here. And Idiria, you can tank a few hits, so I'm gonna put you by the stairs here. Oh, Idiria, you're going first. Alright. Drop the clue on these people. Expose his weakness.
Was that you? Or...
And I want you to shriek at him.
But of course. Farewell.
That takes care of one of their two range options. And should allow Seth to move in there and make a clean sweep of it. Abelard.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
Nicely done, Abelard. Good scattergun shot. Also, endurance, please. Pascal. What can you do with your gun? Not much, huh? Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Request approved. Vital function successfully terminated.
Nice. Got the specialist. And just drop the that on them. Sorry. Oop. I didn't mean to do that. Haha, you suck. Oh yes, please get close to Argenta. Seth. Get in melee range of dumbass here. Oh! Oh! Juicy! Uh-oh. Seth? Seth, buddy, you okay? Argenta.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Good hits.
I'll do it.
Can you do that again?
Doubt is for the weak.
Well, I tried. Well done, Argenta. If I point durability, no. So Cassia, you start moving. No. That'll expose you to them. So Cassia, you're just gonna stay parked. In fact, Cassia, talk to Idra there for a second, will you? That's okay. I'm gonna save that heroic.
Battlefields
gonna
are
move her
always
up.
drowned in scarlet.
Can I use the heroic? No? Okay. I'll hold off on that. Oh yes, get close to Seth. Huh? Oh, round 2. Hey, somebody came out.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Not this Scryer.
Oh, he's got a long last. Ow. Oh, that's not a long last. That's just a sniper rifle. Good slash. Good slash. Abelard, buddy.
For Von Valencius. Indeed. Reduced to dust. I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done.
I should get
I
one more
took
movement.
care of this one. An exemplary strike.
Nicely done. Pascal.
Insignificant value.
Yeah, bye-bye.
My prescience has failed me.
Seth, can you... Okay, Seth is just trapped in a tree right now. Good to know.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. Guided by faith. I'll do it.
Just a minor setback.
Nice. Stun grenade. Nicely done there.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Yeah, I do. Seth, big guy. Shoot him again. I think I confused the AI. Oh yeah, more people, definitely. Now you come in here when we've already got everything handled. Good lord, he's a tanky mofo. Nice try. Knew he'd try and run away.
No mercy for heretics!
Yes, no mercy ever for heretics. All heretics must
My
die.
place is at the fore.
Speaking of which, nuke him.
At your
Abelard.
beck and call. One fewer target.
Yeah! There's my boy. Give me all your gear. Auspex. Alright. Okay. Who has the highest awareness stat? 35. I got 40. Argenta has 85. Argenta, you get the Auspex. Okay. Is there anybody else up here? Yeah, there. Yeah. Bastion Corda. What did you have? You had an armored body glove and a las pistol. And the heavy thug over there. Oh, what's that? Casing chest plate. Heavy armor. Accepts. Argenta, I think you are heavy armor certified, aren't you? Oh. Alright. Interesting enough. Oh, I missed somebody. Yes, give it all to me. Alright, where to go? Let's head down here. Let's see what's down here. Uh-oh. The low hum of voices quiets and doesn't gaze his shift to you. First mate Dagon, the tall man with the shaved head, is rubbing his hands together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly bursting at the seams on his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he's trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be... He glances at the scroll in his mechanical hand implant. Master Fidelio. All the guests have arrived, and you're the last on the list. And we couldn't, well, start without you. Your presence is absolutely vital. Of course, I'm Fidelio. Please, we can talk later. Chaplain is about to begin. What is this tomfoolery? Abelard grumbles, but not before making sure that the man is out of earshot. Awareness, look around. The gathering you found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. Decoration and attendees' clothes speak of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the liege's residence. But you notice that most of those gathered are of rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they are covering the exits. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Your appearance has definitely attracted everyone's attention. Just about every guest keeps glancing at you, and are clearly watching your every move, even though they are trying not to show it. Alright. Let's join the attendees. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and soul of Footfall Society, a loyal servant of the Imperium. A generous benefactor who spared no expense to keep the fire of faith burning, an example to all future generations, and the most noble and unforgettable Master Belardo. This loss, the fussy administratum clerk speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at a paper with text on it. His speech drags on, blending into a monotonous cascade of praises to the late Master Belardo. So let us offer prayer to the Emperor for the repose of Master Belardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs. I now pass over to you, our most revered chaplain. A formidable-looking man, dressed in the attire of the ecclesiarchy missionary, glares at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer prayer, then. But if you think that the Emperor, or the messenger of his will, in other words, myself, does not see into your vile souls, then you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives a slight nod. I wasn't referring to Master Fidelio. At least Dens himself wanted to see him at his funeral, but the rest, I know every one of you, and I would be astonished to discover anyone here who truly mourns this loss. So go ahead, play for Belardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him, a fitting end for the life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without another word, the chaplain makes a sign to the Aquila and pointedly turns away from the attendees. Interesting. Whoever prepared the body of the gray-haired man lying in the coffin, they did a good job. Even in death, he looks quite majestic. Abelard maintains a grave expression befitting the occasion until he sees the face of the deceased. He frowns. He peers at it with suspicion and gasps, astonished, almost dazed. I'll be. This is quite the meeting, if it can be called such under the circumstances. Take a good look at the deceased. The implants left in the deceased body speak of its high standing. Expensive tech is typically extracted from the dead, and only most prominent and wealthy avoid this fate upon their death. Do you know this man? I do. Do I? I would tell you all about this man, but the words I would use would be improper for a funeral. This, your lordship, is Jerrycan Dens, known back in the day as one of the most notorious pirates in the Coronis Expanse. They nicknamed him Jerrycan for his habit of having a jug or two of Prometheum on hand. He did love burning things. Oh yes, he was a menace back then. How long ago was it? 60 years ago? I was serving my last days in the Navy when news came of his last attack. Abelard distractedly runs a hand through his hair. Well. There was a time when the sight of Jerrycan in the coffin would have been enough to make me dance. Quite literally. By the throne, I would have danced a jig on the spot, but now, I don't know. No more jumping into the warp right from under the cruiser's nose, eh, you old beast? Who'd have thought I'd be at your funeral? This is a very grand for a pirate's funeral. Is this normal for Footfall? Folks on Footfall are known to turn a blind eye to many things, but even the locals aren't so unscrupulous as to honor pirate scum a few paces away from the Liege's residence. But no one has heard of Dens for so many decades. I barely recognized him myself. And I've seen his face on pics a fair few times back then. I assumed he'd retired and started a more or less honest life under a new name. What was... that they were calling him Mr. Belardo? Now I remember. Reverend Hieronymus mentioned the name Master Belardo as one of the biggest donors to the temple. Huh. Well.
Never doubt me.
There's an odd smell to this amasec. It seems very likely it has been poisoned. Oh boy.
I'll warn you if I hear anything.
Okay, I got a funny feeling he's not dead. The tall man who welcomed you at the entrance is shifting from foot to foot and keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. He nods. Master Fidelio? How did Belardo die? Badly. He went downhill real fast. It's a year ago. He was still living it up, storming the slum asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants, and all of a sudden, he was done. His old wounds caught up with him, and he's had plenty of those, both from his old days and more from his recent ones, when somebody tried to bump him off 12 years back, I think it was. You never introduced yourself. I'm Dagon Othello, or Otheo. I was first mate on Dens' ship. I mean, Master Belardo. Oh, I have a good idea what you're playing. Yeah, they used to call me Torch. He's Jerry Can. I'm Torch. Those were the days. I must take my leave. Has Bellardo. A man of indeterminate age turns to you and sighs loudly. You can tell by his breath he came to the ceremony after indulging 1 or 2 glasses of strong drink. Ah, Master Fidelio, I've heard so much about you, and here you are, at last, in the flesh. Ah, we haven't been introduced. Pardon me, Kaz Bellardo. I have the honor of being the only child of the deceased. He sends a mocking salute in the direction of the coffin. You don't seem particularly grief-stricken. If I was one lying in that box, I would be... Sorry, he wouldn't be crying his eyes out either. Kaz bites out with sudden acidity. He takes a moment to calm himself. A son's feelings are complicated. I wasn't a good son. Old Dens wasn't a good father. But I do miss him in my own way, yes. He always seemed timeless to me, not just a bag of meat and ugly ambitions like the rest of us are. What did he die of? Age, debauchery, old wounds. By the end, my old dad was more implant than man, especially after the assassination attempt. People tried to kill him, you see, about 12 years ago. What have you heard about me? That you were very close. Ah, forget it. I didn't mean anything by just making conversation. Thank you for speaking with me. Goodbye. Well, if they want him dead, then... Oh, what's a stray? According to the River Hieronymus? Well, since Sister Argenta is never leaving my side, that's never going to be a problem. Ooh, classified information. Interesting. Alright. You know what? I was only planning on streaming for 2 hours tonight, so I think this is a good stopping point. I know that I normally stream for a little bit longer, at least another hour. But I'm kind of busy the rest of the evening. I've got to get ready to I've got to get ready for some other things that have to be done. So I will be saving the game and stopping here because this is a good spot. I just leveled up. And I've reached a good stopping point. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this short stream. Finn and myself will be back tomorrow. We'll be playing Pulsar. We'll be playing Pulsar, and yeah, join in. We still are not ready to stream Skyrim together. We still are not ready to stream it. So unfortunately, that's going to be a bit longer, but hopefully soon. Finn and myself have talked, and we've decided that we will wait until we either get tired of, until we either get tired of Pulsar, or until we die, and then we will probably move on, because we'll have everything fixed up and ready to go. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. Have yourself a good evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow.